It's time for the Hutch CC Blue Dragons on radio. The Blue Dragons on Eagle Radio are brought to you in part by First National Bank, Next Tech Wireless, H&R Block, The Medicine Shop, Pools Plus, Anchor In and Anchor Away, and these Sportscaster Club members. Lowen Corporation, Burning Chiropractic Center, Dr. Robert F. of the Hutchinson Clinic, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Green Vision Group, Barclay Plumbing, Mega Manufacturing. Now let's head to the broadcast booth for the Blue Dragons game. Here's the Eagle Sports crew with all the action of the game on the Hutch Community College Blue Dragon Sports Network.
A very pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome back into the Hutchinson Sports Arena. It is time for Hutchinson Community College women's basketball on Churchy 102.9 and the Blue Dragon Sports Network. We'll be joined right at 5:30 on KWBW Radio. It is the number 6 ranked Blue Dragon women, 24-3, 16-2 in the Jayhawk West against a much improved Colby Trojans team coming into the record of 17-10 overall, 8-10 in the Jayhawk West. I'm Steve Carpenter. I'll be joined momentarily by my partner Dan Nacarado. Wednesday night, it was a night of the perfect storm going against the Blue Dragon women's basketball team, already without Michaela Van Nett. Abby Ogle was lost to injury in the second minute of the game. And for the next 3 quarters, it was basically a deer-in-the-headlights look for the Blue Dragons as Dodge City was toured from outside, opened up leads as large as 24 before the Blue Dragons eventually fell 69-55. That loss, combined with Seward County's buzzer-beating win over the Colby Trojans on Wednesday up in Colby, means the Jayhawk West is once again in a flat-footed tie atop the standings with 3 games to go. Colby still has an outside shot at a home game, but right now I think Dan Nacarado, they're just looking to kind of get a piece of revenge after a 75-36 Blue Dragon trouncing in the community building last January, or on January 26th.
It's a great night for basketball, Carp, and you're exactly right. You cannot expect the shooting percentages to be the same way they were that game on January 26th, because Hutchinson shot nearly 60% from the field in that game, and Colby was 18%. That doesn't happen regularly, and Colby's a better team than that, quite honestly. So we expect Colby to put up a few more points than they did in that first contest where they only scored 36 points, and Hutchinson just jumped on them right after the opening tip and never looked back that game. So this one should be a little bit more competitive.
So the injury report for Hutchinson, and I felt like we've had to give this more times than we care to think about, but Abby Ogle not available tonight, the team's leading scorer, out at least one more, or this game. It will be discussed on before Wednesday if she will travel or actually play at Great Bend when the Blue Dragons go to play Barton on Wednesday night. Michaela Van Nett, the sophomore from St. Paul, Minnesota, is back in the lineup after missing the last 2 games with a concussion. So the Blue Dragons get one of their 2 leading scorers back, and that should kind of settle the nerves that we saw on Wednesday night at Dodge City once Abby went out.
Well, she's been shooting the ball so well from 3-point range for a while there. We thought she was unconscious, but apparently it was just a concussion protocol. So we're glad to have her back. In all seriousness, she's a fantastic player, and the Blue Dragons sorely missed her offensive firepower at Dodge City.
We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. Be back with more pregame. It's the Blue Dragons and the Trojans live from the Sports Arena. You're listening to Blue Dragon women's basketball on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. We'll return in 2 minutes.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off their great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Like a good deal? Need a new phone? Listen up. Trade in your old device at Next Tech Wireless and get half off any smartphone. Then take your shiny new phone shopping with your $100 Visa gift card. That's any smartphone, plus cash to spend. Oh yeah, need more lines? No problem. Get a new smartphone at half price for everyone in the family. Plus, up to $300 in Visa gift cards. Visit Next Tech Wireless today. Your new phone and cash are waiting. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
There's gold within their heels or jewelry boxes. Turn your broken or no longer worn gold and silver jewelry into cash at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. We give you an instant cash price for rings, necklaces, pendants, bracelets, and even dental gold or broken jewelry. No sense letting it collect dust in the jewelry box. Clean it out and turn it into cash. We also buy electronics, video games, firearms, tools, and more. We pay you in cash, so come see what your items are worth and leave with more of the green stuff. Find us on the web at saltcitypawn.com, call 662-0403, or stop in at 916 East 4th in Hutchinson.
Hi, Brian Bobo, General Manager at Midwest Superstores. With the inclement weather and everyday life, if you're ever in need of a body shop, we have a great one. Also, we work on all makes and models of cars, and with most insurance companies. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. We do all repairs from the small dents and scratches to roof replacements and more. So come out and see us or send a tow truck to 1100 East 30th, north side of the building. Call at 620-662-6631. Visit us online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
Welcome back to the Sports Arena, everybody. Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado with you. A couple of minutes out from the start of the number 6 ranked Blue Dragon women and Colby Trojans, the big Jayhawk West matchup. So, Dan, we discussed it in the opening about Michaela Van Etback. Just her presence should be worth something. It should be said that after that really bad start in Dodge City, the Blue Dragons started to figure some things out. Tori Alford finished with 22 points. The Dragons scored 27 points in the fourth quarter after scoring 28 in the first three. So things should kind of have settled down from the Dodge City game, you think?
Well, let's do the math on that. 27 times 4 would be 108. I think they would have won the game had they scored 108 points. So that's an outstanding quarter, and that does give them some momentum coming in into today's first quarter to show that they can still score even though you take some of the key players out of the lineup. And quite honestly, this is a Blue Dragon basketball team that has had to find ways to win all season long with people out due to injuries or illness, and it's really made them a stronger team.
This will be the second game that Abby Ogle has not played in. The Blue Dragons won that first game, and that came against Coffeyville, 71-53 Blue Dragon win. They played without Abby that night after she was injured up at Iowa Western. So the Blue Dragons do have a little bit of history. My thought is here, Dan, is Antoine Scales, the second-year head coach of Colby, has seen the films. He knows Abby's hurt. I suspect some sort of junk defense against Van Et to make the other 4 Blue Dragons beat them.
That would be a good way to go for the Colby Trojans, and I think you're right, and it's the type thing that they might not do throughout the entire game. They might just jump into it occasionally to catch the Blue Dragons off guard. But we also know that Coach John Onches, Coach Kirk, Coach Anderson, Coach Patrick, and Coach Preisner, man, that's a lot of coaches.
That is a lot of coaches.
We know that they have their team prepared for any eventuality.
Well, they had a pretty good shooter out of the day. It is here to note that Abby was at shooter out of the day. Did not participate, but in a good mood. She suspects she'll be back on Wednesday. So that's good news for the Blue Dragons, because when she went down on Wednesday night out at Dodge City, it was a pretty good jolt to the system.
Oh, yeah, it was. It took the air out of every Blue Dragon fan. Really didn't have any oxygen once that happened. Took a while to process what was going on. Nafa Idra also out, and she's out for the rest of the season, unfortunately. She's been a good presence in the post, and she started some games this season, too, when Brooklyn Betham was out with an ankle injury. So we're sorry to hear that about Nafa, and certainly hope she has a speedy recovery.
And that will mean that Jalecia Cooper falls into the backup post spot, replacing Nafa. So she's going to have to come up with some big minutes to be a strong rebounder. Rebounding still continues to be a little bit iffy for the Blue Dragons. We're going to have the national anthem here in just a moment. Let's take another 2-minute break for the sponsors of Blue Dragon basketball. We'll return in 2 minutes with the starting lineups of tonight's opening tip. It's the Blue Dragons and the Trojans on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Need to send someone money? Pay a babysitter? Split the bill? Use FirstPay. It is the person-to-person payment option located right inside your online banking app. There is no need to download an additional application. It is simple, safe, and secure. We're first for you. Visit fnbhutch.bank to learn more, or click on your First National Bank app to get started. You can also stop into a location nearest you, and we're happy to help. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Mega Manufacturing, Sporting Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coppin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson. Hi, this is Rob, and I want to tell you about one of my favorite places in Kansas to get a melt-in-your-mouth cheeseburger. It's RV Drive-In, where they've been serving up fresh food, not fast food, since 1948. They're famous for their burgers, but you can also try their homemade pork tenderloin sandwich, patty melts, BLTs, and so much more. Tuesday, Thursday evenings, Friday, and Saturday, they make their homemade onion rings that are the best I've ever eaten. RV Drive-In, Kansas' oldest drive-in at 201 East Avenue A and online at rvdrivein.com. Go Blue Dragons!
Getting set for the starting lineup here at the Sports Arena. Let's give you the Colby Trojans lineup. First, Brittany Mapang is a 5'9" freshman out of Paris, France. She's averaging 3.3 points per game. Another guard out of Wichita is Ariana Ofoa. She's at 9.7 points per game. The third guard will be Kiara Knight. She had a uniform change. She'll be wearing number 5 tonight if you're watching on the stream. A 5'8" sophomore from Hobbs, New Mexico. 8.5 points per game. The forwards, Afia Vincent out of Trinidad Tobago, a 6'4" sophomore. 4.8 points, 1.1 points per game. And Nairobi Pillars, the team's leading scorer, at 10.4 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game. A 6' sophomore out of Atlanta. So the the Trojans almost gave the Blue Dragons a big help the other night on Wednesday night, pushing Seward County hard, ultimately losing on a buzzer beater.
Yeah, and Colby did not shoot the ball very well in that game either. If they could have just made one more shot, it could have changed the outcome.
It was offensive rebound that did them in. So Colby, one of the stronger rebounding teams in the league, and that's a concern tonight for John Hutchinson.
And normally that's a signature trademark that's a strength for Blue Dragon basketball.
So the Blue Dragons, again, 24-3 overall. 3 games remaining. Their destiny still in their own hands to grab the Jayhawk West championship and get a first-round bye. Here with the starting lineup for the Blue Dragons, Mr. Darren Dunn.
And now, introducing the starting lineup for your Hutchinson Community College Blue Dragons. It's center, a 6'3" sophomore from Queensland, Australia. Number 4, Brooklyn Betham. Head guard, a 5'9" sophomore from Queensland, Australia. Number 11, Lauren Mapasua. Head guard, a 5'9" sophomore from Largo, Maryland. Number 20, Sasha Francis. Head guard, a 5'6" sophomore from St. Paul, Minnesota. Number 23, Michaela Van Ness. Head guard, a 5'8" freshman from Derby, Kansas. Number 24, Tori Alford. The Blue Dragons are 24-3, 16-2 in the Jayhawk Conference. and number 6 in the nation. Coached by John Unches in his 13th season, assisted by Travis Kirk, Phil Anderson, Jamie Patrick, and Lakin Preisner. Officials for tonight's contest, Dennis Dutton, Bill McAtee, and Randy Wiggins.
And those are your starters. Thanks to Darren Dunn. The Blue Dragons will be in their home whites, blue numerals trimmed in red. Colby in their very dark blue unis trimmed in powder blue, and blue numbers with white trimming. This is the 7th different starting lineup the Dragons have used this year, but Sasha Francis is making her 12th start, so she's well accustomed to the starting lineup, as is the other 4 Blue Dragons. So Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado, thank you for joining us. Chips ready to go up. Brooklyn Bethlehem sets the jumping up to Leah Vincent. It goes up, and the battle for the 10th is won by the Trojans. Thanks for joining us here on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Apollo will run the point with the dribble out front with it. Coming out is Knight. She passes up the pass now, pass deflected right back into the hands of Afoa. Colby resets with 13 to shoot. Afoa will go to the left side, bounce past the left to Mapang. Mapang will drive to the baseline, get cut off on a double team. She'll kick it out top. There's a drive by Pillars. It's swatted out of bounds, but saved. And there goes the shot clock buzzer. So a nice defensive stand to start the game, getting a shot clock violation.
That's signature Blue Dragon man-to-man defense, even with the pink socks tonight.
Colby will come out in man defense. Out top with the Smapasua. Fakes the 3, drives with the left hand, bounce pass underneath to Bethlehem, and she's tied up. Tied up by Vincent. Arrow points Hutchinson's way. Dragons continue to try to establish the low block with Bethlehem. Brooklyn's been having some problems holding on to some passes. Hasn't gotten some great passes either, so it's not just her. Whistle away from the ball on the inbound. It's going to go against the Colby Trojans, Brittany Mapang. Her first, team's first. Dragons will get a reset on the shot clock to 20. Tori Alford will inbound, baseline left side. Into the corner, Vanette back in the starting lineup after missing 2. Here's Mapasua. The drive down the right side. Shot off glass, no good. She'll get her own rebound. Dragons with another reset. Francis out in the backcourt. Now the ball works around to the right wing. And Lauren Mapasua. Lauren, one dribble, up to Vanette. Van puts it on the floor. Will take it in, dumps it underneath. But the pass deflected by Vincent. And it's a first turnover by the Blue Dragons. Each team trading turnovers on their first possession. Afoa. Bounce pass right side to Mapang. Waiting, guarding by Sasha Francis. 15 to shoot for the Trojans. Now Mapang drives with the left hand, goes in, throws up one off glass and scores. Brittany Mapang with the first points of the game.
You can tell from their arrival at the arena, Coach Antoine Scales and the entire Colby team is on a mission.
Back cut by Michaela Vanette. Her little pull-up jumper from 6 feet lands short, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Trojans, and it will stay with Hutchinson. 20 to shoot. Tori Alford inbounds, baseline left side. She forces an inbounds pass, is deflected and taken away. 2 consecutive turnovers by Hutchinson. Turnovers were a big problem early on at Dodge City as they tried to find their feet once Ogle went out of the game. Mapang out front, drives into the right side. She'll hand it off tonight. They go into the high weave to the Trojans. Here's a drive by Pillars. Her shot way off the mark. Battle for the rebound. I believe it's tied up, and it should stay with the Trojans. Only the shot clock or the arrow not functioning. But there is a chat here. I think there might be a question on if there was a tight possession down there. And so the Blue Dragons will be awarded the ball.
Just got the feeling that this Trojan team has an air of determination about them tonight. I'm not saying that they'll be able to come into the arena and upset the Blue Dragons, but they're going to play them tougher tonight than they did at Colby on January 26th.
Colby has not won here at the arena since 2006. That was their Region 6 championship team under Tom Stevens.
Coach Hutchins is giving some good-natured ribbing to the shot clock possession arrow operator.
So it should be Blue Dragon ball. Yeah, Jeff went to Colby. One tied possession. Actually, yes.
That's why Coach Antoine Scales is pleading his case with the official right now.
2-0 Colby.
It's actually the official book that should track whose possession it is. It's not necessarily the arrow.
They're going to stick with Blue Dragon basketball, so we'll see if the Dragons can cash in. Corey Alford will bring it up. Hand it off to Van Nett. Tight defense by the Trojans on the high post. Mapasula should kick it out right side to Van Nett. Three-pointer by Van, no good. And Ofoa the rebound for the Trojans. Ariana Ofoa, one of 4 players from Wichita on this Colby roster. Of course, Antoine Scales, a longtime coach of Wichita South. Had great success with South. Ofoa still with the dribble, deep in the backcourt, 14 to shoot. Wants to drive against Alford. Now she'll give it off tonight. Coming up to get it is Lepang now in the corner of Ofoa. She'll drive the baseline. Up and underneath. Shot off glass, no good by Vincent. And Dragons clear the board. Lauren Mapasua pushed ahead. Sasha Francis goes in reverse layup. Good.
That's the kind of slashing transition basketball that Sasha Francis, that's the element she brings when she starts for the Blue Dragons.
Tied at 2. 7:04 to play first period here at the Sports Arena on Pink Out night. Now a takeaway by Sasha Francis from the Trojans. Francis will slow it down, kick it out top to Mapasua. She'll slowly hesitate, go to the baseline, drop back out to Betham, who misses a 14-footer, and Vincent the rebound. Dragons now 1 out of 5 in the early going. Colby 1 out of 3. Kara Knight in the backcourt. Dribbles to the right side, guarded by Van Eck. She'll hand off to Brittany Lepang. Lepang will pick up the dribble on the high block. Helping her out is Pillars. Pillars will take it to the right side and go into the corner. And Knight whistle as the entry pass goes in. It'll be a foul on the Blue Dragons. Lauren Mapasua, her first and the team's first of the period.
6:22 to play in the first quarter. Cart mentioned the success of Coach Antoine Scales when he was at Wichita South. He amassed an incredible record, 152-18 in 7 seasons and 4 6A state championships.
On the inbound underneath, a shot blocked by Mapasua, but she's called for her second foul in a matter of seconds.
That is a quick second foul committed by Lauren Mapasua.
So Jalecia Cooper is going to check in for Lauren, and that further kind of complicates John Otchis' substitution pattern because Coop is supposed to be the backup for Brooklyn Betham. First free throw up and finally in by Estrella Avalos, who just checked into the ballgame out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Colby takes the lead back 3-2. 6:21 to play in the opening period. Avalos strong on the second one, and the rebound finally chased down by Van Eck. Michaela will slow it up as she brings it into the forecourt. Dragons trail by 1. Now foul from behind. Entry pass into Brooklyn Betham, and fouling her from behind is Afia Vincent, her first, the team's second.
One of those fouls that is a little bit of a throwaway foul because it was in the high post trying to go through the offensive player.
Alfred inbounds it to Van Nett. Wide open looking at a three-pointer. This one's short. Betham the offensive rebound. Spins against a triple team. Now kicked out to Alfred. Corey will spot up for 3. Her shot too strong. Cooper the offensive rebound. Her putback hangs under him and drops in. Jalecia Cooper gives the Dragons a 4-3 lead. Just a little bit under 6 minutes to play first quarter. Dragons with their first lead of the game. Lepang out front. Dribbling survey. Now takes it to the right side. Slows up. Still guarded by Alford. They want to go 2-man game. Now reset with Knight out top. Or excuse me, that's Brickhouse into the game. Brickhouse kicks it out to Knight on the right side. Pass goes inside and it's tipped away and intercepted by Sasha Francis. Third turnover by the Trojans. Van Nett looks at a 3, passes it up, now gives it off to Francis. And the ball worked around to Alford, and the Dragons will reset in the half court. Left wing now, Michaela Van Nett. One dribble, out top to Francis. Sasha takes it into the lane, kicks it out to Coop. Coop drives in, pulls up from 15, high arching shot. This one hangs on the rim but falls off. And Vince the rebound for the Trojans. Colby with the ball, trailing by 1. 5 minutes to play opening period. As we expected, the numbers 1 and 4 defensive teams in the league doing battle. Points are going to be at a premium. Now a shot down underneath on a wide open layup by Estrella Avalos.
Very nearly an and one opportunity for her.
Third lead change of the game, 5-4 Trojans. On the right wing for the Dragons, Sasha Francis. Waiting for a ball screen, keeps dribble. That brings it to the top of the key. She'll go back right side to Francis. He goes underneath the Betham. She'll go up and score. Back down, Vincent and scored. Brooklyn gets her first bucket of the game. The Dragons take the lead right back at 6-5. And Antoine Scales wants a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:24 to play, opening period. Hutchinson 6, Colby 5. Back in 30 seconds on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but all industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local business in Hutchinson. We're so thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Brooklyn Betham did an outstanding job of fighting for position on the low post, and her teammates got the ball to her so she could finish. Hutchinson takes the lead, 6-5 over Colby. 4:24 to play in the first quarter.
Quick timeout by Antoine Scales. He wants to set up something new. Dragons continue to play their straight-up man-to-man defense. Ariana Foy out front. Now takes it to the left side. Bounce pass over to Grayson, who's into the game. Amari Grayson out of Wichita. So skip pass right side to Afoa. Now out top to Grayson. Grayson takes it down the line, throws up a runner off glass. No good. Good rebound by Cooper. Now Sasha Francis finally controls the outlet. Has the ball with the dribble. Picks it up, throws it out between the circles. Cooper now underneath the Betham. Pass late, and it's intercepted by Vincent. Turnover number 3 for Hutchinson. Ofoa up the right side, slows it up. Now top to Grayson. Now work around the left side. Sasha Francis jumps the passing lane again and intercepts it. Turnover number 4 for Colby. Third steal of the game for Francis. Francis throws up a wild shot, nearly went in, but they say the foul on the floor. And it will be inbounded to the Blue Dragons with 3:30 to play. Foul's going to go against Brittany Bapang. That's her second. So one of the Blue Dragons, or one of the Colby starters, in trouble with 2 fouls.
Kyra Paniora checks into the game for Tori Alford. Nope, she's going to come in for Jaleisha Cooper.
So that, I think that means, Sasha's out there, so she'll play the 4. So the traditional 3-guard lineup. Inbounded to Van Nett. She'll step back for a 3-pointer. This one a little bit short, and it climbs over the backboard out of bounds to Colby. Hutchinson 0 for 3 in the early going from deep.
Hutchinson 3 out of 11 from the field in the early going. Colby 2 out of 5. Colby not getting very many shot opportunities as Hutchinson is out rebounding Colby 8-3.
Another busy day around the Blue Dragon Athletic Department today. Baseball lost to NEO in the final game down at Edmond, Oklahoma, 15-9. Blue Dragon softball split down in Gainesville, Texas, with North Central Texas, and the Dragon track team also in Oklahoma at the UCL Alumni Classic. There's a lob underneath. It's swatted out of bounds by Van Nett. Colby very cognizant about trying to get that entry pass in there. It's a very slow-paced offense, and they really want to establish the low block. Knight to inbound to go underneath to Avalos, and she'll score on the inbound. Avalos has 5 of Colby's 7 points. Fourth lead change of the game, 7-6 Trojans with 2:55 to play in the opening period.
The job of the player guarding the inbounds passer is to protect the basket. Hutchinson didn't do it that time.
There's a drive by Francis down the left side. Her running left-hander, no good. Offensive rebound, Brooklyn Betham. She's fouled before she can get the shot off, and it will be 2 free throws for Brooklyn. Foul will be whistled against Estrella Avalos, her first.
Nice to see the officials participating in Pink Out Night here at the Sports Arena with the pink whistles and the pink bands also.
2 for Brooklyn Betham here with 2:44 to play. She knocks down the first, and we're tied at 7. That free throw work with John Otches, the extra, starting to pay off. She had a career-high 8 free throws in 11 attempts on Wednesday against Dodge. This one hangs on the rim and drops. So Brooklyn goes 1 out of 2, and we're tied at 7. 2:40 to play, first period. Ofoa slowly up. Bounce pass to the right side, Brickout. She wants to drive, cut off by the Blue Dragons, and then the entry pass intercepted by Brooklyn Betham, turnover number 5. Here's Alford. Drives to the baseline, kicked out. Betham tries a 15-footer and nails it. Brooklyn Betham has 5, and the Dragons lead at 9-7.
Poetic justice, as Betham was the one that got the steal, and then she got the basket on the other end.
Ofoa, bounce pass right side to Brickhouse. Waiting for a post-up, still holding it now, still drive, crossover, and crossover again to the left side. She'll pull up from 15 and hit.
Pretty shot.
Brickhouse with her first bucket, and we're tied at 9. A very tight defensive first quarter here with 1:50 to play. Dragons with the ball. Out front, Van Nett. Now Alford, left wing to Sasha Francis. Whistle away from the ball. A lot of contact in the paint. And this one is going to go against Colby. And it will be whistled against Kiara Knight.
That's team foul number 5, so it should be free throws for Hutchinson.
Cooper Mapasua check in. Betham Francis check out. 2 free throws for Michaela Van Nett. 13.6 points per game this year. Again, she missed the last 2. Her first free throw is good, and the Dragons lead at 10-9. Of course, Van, number 3 in all-time career three-pointers with 173. She's 10th on the single-season list with 79. Van's second free throw, no good. Dragons are 2 of 4 from the stripe, and they try to protect the 10-9 lead. Their late stages first half. Ofoa slowly with the dribble out front. So go from right to left. Bounce pass left side to Brickhouse. Brickhouse will take it in the lane, pull up from 15 and hit again. About the same spot she hit her first shot. Brickhouse with 4, and Colby leads at 11-10.
Impressive mid-range jumper.
Alford on the left wing for the Dragons. Out top, Mapasua. Lord fires up a three-pointer off the right side, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds to Colby. Presley Barton will check in for Michaela Van Nett, the freshman from Mill Valley High School.
Hutchinson has attempted 14 field goals and made 4. Colby's only attempted 8 and made 5.
You just joined us. Of course, Abby Ogle not in the lineup tonight. Probably the only game she will miss. Vincent squares up, now lobs it underneath to Avalos. Right back to Vincent. The ball hits the back iron and drops in. And Colby has a 3-point lead. Vincent with her first 2 on a feed from Avalos. Penny Orr will take it to the left side into the high block Cooper. She gets double teamed, drives down the lane, now spins into the lane, goes up against another double team, but she travels. Turnover number 4 for the Dragons. Last 2 possessions have not been good for Hutchinson.
No, but she got called for the travel, which could have been a blessing because the officials could have whistled her for hooking with that left arm in order to get around the defender. So travel was better than an offensive foul.
Sasha Francis checks back in for Tori Alford. So it's Paniora, Francis, Mapasua, Cooper, and Barton, the 5 on the floor for John Auchus. About 7 seconds difference between shot and game clock. 13 to go on the shot clock. Afola deep in the backcourt. Wants to come to the right side. She's going to go all the way in and draw a foul on Paniora.
That's only the 3rd foul whistled against Hutchinson.
Shot clock will go dark with 15 seconds to play, so the Trojans should get out of this quarter with a minimum 3-point lead.
Coach Scales is calling out a play. The officials thought he was yelling at them.
Afoa will bring the inbounds pass way out deep. 11, now 10, now 9. Afoa waiting on a ball screen. Avalos comes up to get it. Now she launches a long 3, does Afoa, no good. Presley Barton, the rebound, and the buzzer sounds, and we've completed 1 at the Sports Arena. Dragons still kind of trying to find their feet without leading scorer Abby Ogle. We've completed 1. Your score after 1, Colby 13, Hutchinson 10, back in 1 minute on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Getting the most back from your tax return starts with getting the most expertise. H&R Block has more enrolled agents than any other tax preparation company, and we guarantee the accuracy of every return prepared by our tax professionals. We find every credit and deduction to lower your tax bill. Put our expertise to work on your return, and don't just get your taxes done, get your taxes won in Hutchinson, Lyons, and Ellsworth.
Pools Plus has all of your swimming pool, hot tub, and outdoor furniture needs. Bright, beautiful, and functional designs by CR Plastics that are sure to hold up against the Kansas weather. Still looking for a hot tub? The 2020 shipments of American Whirlpool and Vita Spas have arrived. And as always, our pre-owned hot tubs are priced to move. Call the professionals at Pools Plus to schedule your pool opening before our calendar fills up. Shop local. Shop Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
13-10, the Blue Dragons trail after one. Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado with you, and Dan has the first quarter numbers.
Hutchinson leading the rebounding battle 10-7, but only shooting 0 for 5 from three-point range. Colby shooting 6 for 10 from the field, and that is the reason Colby leads this one 13-10 at the end of the first quarter.
Colby will get the first possession of the second quarter. Still Paniora, Francis, Cooper, Barton, and Mapasua for Hutchinson to start the second period. Dragons trailing by 3. Brickhouse on the right wing, waiting. Now she goes into the corner and Avalos. Avalos wants to lob it in, but the Dragons defend that. Back out top to Afoa. Afoa has it. Now she lob into the high post. Avalos right back to Afoa. Step back three-pointers on the way. Hits the side of the rim, no good. And Cooper clears the board for Hutchinson. Paniora pushes. Bounce pass underneath to Mapasua. Reverse layup, misses everything. And Mapasua takes the rebound right away, but it's slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Mapasua, Colby basketball.
Sweet pass from Kyra Paniora, though, even though Hutchinson came up empty. It's kind of basketball that you like to watch.
It is pink at night tonight.
Looks like we have some extra members of the Dragon Dolls tonight wearing pink T-shirts of the younger variety.
Come on out to the arena, get a pink out shirt, and cheer on the Blue Dragons tonight if you're in town. Suggested donation of $10. Backdoor cut by the Trojans. The pass ends up into the second row of the bleachers. Turnover Colby.
Number 6.
Dragons trailing by 3. They're on getting to be a sizable scoreless run right now. Here's a drive by Mapasua to the lane. She goes up with the left hand, softly kisses it off the backboard and scores. Lauren with her first 2 points. That snapped that scoring drought. Dragons trail by 1, 13-12. Amara Grayson's going to run the point this time, guarded by Presley Barton. She goes right side to Brickhouse. Brickhouse wanting to lob in. Now she'll drive, pull up, kick out top to Avalos. Now a long three-pointer on the way by Knight, no good. Whistle on the rebound. And it's going to go against the Blue Dragons. Presley Barton.
Neither team shooting the ball well from distance so far. Matter of fact, neither team has converted on a three-point shot attempt so far.
Before Hutchinson scored, their last points were a free throw by Van Eck. Now a turnover, another steal by Sasha Francis. Sasha goes one-on-one with Brickhouse. Her shot no good over Brickhouse. It's a tied possession. Arrow pointing Hutchinson's way. You sure would have liked to see Sasha cross over to the right hand and take it in hard. Betham and Van Eck will return. Barton and Mapasua will check out. Also, Tori Alford returns to the lineup for Kyra Paniora.
With both Van Eck and Alford back in the lineup, it's not going to take long before the Blue Dragons hit one of those three-point shots.
Dragons, one of the top three-point shooting teams in the league. It took a while to get going the first time. Van Eck spots up for 3, hits the front air, no good. Betham had the rebound. It was knocked out of her hands. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dragons.
Apparently Van Eck didn't get a copy of the script. She was supposed to nail that first three-point shot.
Oh, call reverse. It's Colby ball. Colby with the ball in the 1-point lead.
Maybe next trip.
Mari Grayson goes underneath. Shot up no good. And the rebound finally gotten to by Sasha Francis. Pillars had a good look underneath, couldn't finish. Francis to the left-handed layup, comes up short. Now Brickhouse has the ball and looks to run. Dragons get back defensively, throwing out top to Grayson, and Colby sets up at the half court. Right side is Knight. She'll lob underneath to Pillars, but it's knocked out of bounds by Cooper. And they say last touch by Cooper, Hutchinson basketball. Turnover number 7. 8. Dragons with 4. Colby still shooting 46%, but 6 less shot attempts. Dragons at 26%, 5 out of 19. Dragons into the high weave. Right wing, Jalecia Cooper. Wants to go inside. One dribble. Now goes underneath to Tori Alford, who posts up. Bounce pass underneath to Betham. Spins again. Goes up left-handed and scores.
Almost impossible to defend that move.
Dragons grab the lead, 14-13. Betham with 7. Great patience shown by Brooklyn, and the finish with the left hand. Grayson right side to Brickhouse. Dragons sitting, I believe, in his own defense. 2-3 zone. Here's Brickhouse. Now ball worked around to the left side, and Grayson out top to Brickhouse. Now right side tonight. Should have the baseline. Throw up a wild shot that comes up short. Offensive rebound, though, to Vincent, and she scores. Nobody blocked out Vincent. And it was right between two Blue Dragons, and Colby grabs the lead back 15-14 with 6:45 to play second quarter.
Colby is now drawn even on rebounds for the game.
Cooper on the left wing, out top to Francis. Sasha will drive, pitch it out to Alford. Dragons back into the lead. Here's Cooper with the strong take to the hoop, and she travels.
5th turnover committed by Hutchinson.
Coop had a good look down the lane, but she took the extra step. Dragons down 1, Colby with the ball. Cooper slowly across the timeline. Once again, Colby playing very slow pace against Hutchinson. They did the same thing out in Colby last month. Here's a lob underneath. Avalos with a short shot. Gets her own rebound back. Can't finish. This time Brooklyn Betham clears the board and hands it off to Alford. Tori surveys as she comes across the timeline. Pulls up to the 15. Now goes all the way and gets stripped. And she's called for the travel.
She got in there in the post area with the tall defensive players and really had nowhere to go.
Dan's going to have a very special halftime guest. One Tiana Manangahia, former Blue Dragon, now at Syracuse University. Her story is one of inspiration. I think you'll enjoy it. She's here for Pink Out Night tonight, unable to play her senior year at the University of Syracuse. Now Brickhouse has a ball go right through her hands, an unforced error by the Trojans, their 9th turnover of the game.
Thank you for arranging that, Steve Carpenter. Tiana is one of my favorite all-time Hutchinson Community College students. She did graduate from Hutchinson Community College en route to Syracuse. I'm looking forward to visiting with her.
Dragons look to get the lead back, trailing by 1. Bad pass by Cooper, and it's another Dragon turnover, unforced, the 7th.
Really, both teams just giving the ball away on those 2 trips. People are in the giving spirit tonight as people are making donations to cancer research, so maybe that's part of the explanation.
Colby with the ball in 1-point lead, 5:20 to play. Grayson with the dribble out front. Alford goes for the steal. Now Grayson takes it all the way in, throws one off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Michaela Van Nett. Van pushes. Van slows it up at the elbow. Now gets it off to Alford on the left wing. Tori with the dribble, picks it up, in a little bit of trouble. Now she lobs it underneath to Betham. Betham with the take all the way to the hoop, and she scores. Betham started on the left high post and went down to the right side, right past Vincent. Betham with 9, and the Dragons grab the lead back 16-15.
Colby has only scored 2 points in this third quarter.
Quick three-pointer on the way by Knight, no good. Betham the rebound. Right now, Brooklyn keeping the Dragons in this one.
Second quarter. I think I said third. My bad.
Dragons with it in the front court. Alford now left side to Cooper. 4:27 to play. Dragons with the ball in the 1-point lead. Alford drives down and kicks out to Sasha Francis. Now out top to Cooper. Cooper with another takedown lane. Nearly traveled again. No whistle. Now a long three-pointer by Alford, and she knocks it down. Tori with her 40th three of the year. And the Dragons have their largest lead of the game at 19-15. And Antoine Scales wants a timeout. Waiting to see if it's a big or a little one. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:09 to play in this second quarter. 19-15 Hutchinson back in 30 seconds on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Sporting Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coppin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
You are listening to Blue Dragon Women's Basketball on KWBW FM and KWBW AM and FM Hutchinson. Country 102.9, and where Hutchinson comes to talk BW Radio. Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado with you. 4 minutes to play. Dragons with a 19-15 lead. Colby with the ball out front of Foa. Ariana Ofoa. Bounce pass left side over to Brickhouse. Very slow-paced offense by the Trojans. 8 to shoot now. Ofoa out front with 6 with 5. Ofoa drives right off a ball screen, kicks it into the corner. Three-pointer on the way is an air ball, and Sasha Francis the rebound. They are actually going to stop the clock. The shot got off, but they did not touch rim. So that goes a missed shot and a defensive dead ball, not a turnover.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It was an excellent defense by Hutchinson. Quite honestly, I couldn't tell what kind of defense they were in that time. It looked like a 1-3-1 possibly. It didn't look like straight man-to-man.
Dragons with the ball and a 4-point lead on the wing. Alford out top to Pondior. Kyra takes it down the right side now, passes off in the corner. Van Nett tries a three and knocks it down. Michaela Van Nett with her 174th career three-pointer. She has 4. The Dragons lead by 7, 22-15.
Just had a feeling Van Nett and Alford would put in three-point shots in this second quarter. They're too good as shooters not to make them.
Ofoa goes to the left side, still in the backcourt. Now she'll lob it into the block to Avalos, right back to her. And the ball's kicked out top to Avalos. He tries an 18-footer. Shot spins off, no good. And the rebound to Alford, tipped into her hands by Van Nett. Torrey pushing the issue. Torrey goes up a little run to the lane, hangs on the rim, no good. And the rebound is taken right back away. Turnover Colby, three-pointer by Van Nett, good. Michaela Van Nett with back-to-back threes. And the Dragons all of a sudden lead by 10, 25-15.
Been an excellent 90 seconds for Hutchinson.
Vincent got the rebound. Alford picked it right out of her hands, kicked it out to Van Nett, who knocks down her second three of the game. Dragons 25-15. Brickhouse slowly out top with the dribble, guarded by Paniora. Brickhouse will pick it up, going to the corner to Ofoa. She's guarded by Alford. Ofoa brings it out top with 6 with 5. Brickhouse will pull up her three. Her shot short. Long reach of Brooklyn Bethune, grabs the rebound and the outlet to Paniora. Coming up on 2 minutes to play, Dragons with a 10-point lead. Skip pass left side to Alford. Fakes the three with the shot fake. Now the Dragons working around to the right wing and Van Nett. Van Nett to Paniora. Kyra drives down the line. Contact before the shot. And it will be an inbound to the Blue Dragons. That's only the first foul of the period on Colby. And it'll be whistled against Taylor Brewer.
Kyra Paniora did a good job of turning the corner as soon as she caught that pass and driving it to the basket.
Presley Barton back in. Trying to see who else came in. Cooper came back in for the Dragons. Paniora inbounds underneath, but as the inbound pass was happening, a foul was called on the Trojans, and will go against Nairobi Pillars.
Just her first.
Only second foul. 1:50 to play. Dragons lead by 10. Very good second quarter for Hutchinson. Out at Colby. They outscored Colby 20-3 to break that game open in the second period in the community building. Paniora will throw it out top deep. 18 to shoot for the Dragons. Alford with it, picks up the dribble. Now to the high post. Coop drives down the right hand of the lane and draws the foul on Avila Vincent, her second. That's the third foul on the Trojans this possession.
And they went 8 minutes of the second quarter without committing any fouls.
Elise Ruiz out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. She's into the game for the first time, replacing Vincent. There's a lob to Cooper. She'll go straight up. Ball bounces twice on the back iron and drops in. Sasha Francis has 4. The Dragons lead by 12, 27-15. 90 seconds to play here in the first half. Ofoa bounce past the left side to Mapang. Mapang goes back out top tonight. Now into the high block. Pillars. She'll skip it right side to Ofoa, who tries a three-pointer. Shot off the mark, no good. And on the rebound contact, Kyra Paniora goes down in a heap. They finally will call the foul on the Trojans, and now Kyra's down in some pain. We'll have to check on her. A late whistle, but a definite foul called on Brittany Mapang, and that'll be her third.
It may have knocked the wind out of Paniora. She wants to stay in the game. Right now, Colby is on an 0 for 13 streak on field goal attempts.
Cairo will get back up, waves off medical attention. Colby's shot percentage has dropped to 30%. Hutchinson's up to 42. It's a 17-2 second period so far for Hutchinson. Left wing, Sasha Francis now throws into the low blocks. Alford, head and shoulder fake. Her shot comes up short. She gets the rebound, tied up, and the arrow point scored Colby with 1:02 to play.
Turnover number 8 committed by Hutchinson. I think it was actually ruled a travel on that one.
Either way, with a tied possession and change, or tied possession and change, it would have been a turnover. There's a drive by Ofoa. She'll drive in, no good. Cooper the rebound. She'll take it herself. She kicks it ahead to Presley Barton, who has trouble handling. Will bring it back out to Alford. The Dragons will set up in the half court. On the left wing, Alford tries a three-pointer. Got it. You called it, Dan. You couldn't hold Van Etten and Alford down. They have 4 3-pointers in this second quarter. Dragons by 15, 30-15. There's a lob on her knees. Ruiz. She'll power up. Shot short. Cooper the rebound. Sasha will bring it ahead to Alford. Alford will slow it up. Shot clock dart for the Dragons. They're going to set up for the last shot. Alford hands it up to Barton. Dragons into the high weave with 10. Paniora. Now to Alford. 7 seconds now. Alford takes it in. Hesitates. Go into the paint. Her shot off glass. No good. The rebound to the Trojans. 2-1, and that's going to do it. A 20-2 second quarter by the Blue Dragons. They turn a 3-point deficit into a 15-point lead at halftime. Your score at the Sports Arena after 2 quarters, the number 6 ranked Blue Dragons 30, the Colby Trojans 15. We'll return in 2 minutes with the Medicine Shop game capsule. Again at halftime, Hutchinson 30, Colby 15. Back in 2 minutes on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
This is Carter Fowle, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off their great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Like a good deal? Need a new phone? Listen up. Trade in your old device at Nextech Wireless and get half off any smartphone. Then take your shiny new phone shopping with your $100 Visa gift card. That's any smartphone, plus cash to spend. Oh yeah, need more lines? No problem. Get a new smartphone at half price for everyone in the family, plus up to $300 in Visa gift cards. Visit Nextech Wireless today. Your new phone and cash are waiting. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
There's gold within their heels, or jewelry boxes. Turn your broken or no longer worn gold and silver jewelry into cash at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. We give you an instant cash price for rings, necklaces, pendants, bracelets, and even dental gold or broken jewelry. No sense letting it collect dust in the jewelry box. Clean it out and turn it into cash. We also buy electronics, video games, firearms, tools, and more. We pay you in cash, so come see what your items are worth and leave with more of the green stuff. Find us on the web at saltcitypawn.com, call 662-0403, or stop in at 916 East 4th in Hutchinson.
We have reached halftime at the Sports Arena. The number 6 ranked Blue Dragons trailed by 3 points after 1. Will go on a 20-2 run in the second quarter and now lead the Colby Trojans 30-15 at halftime. Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado with you, and it is time for the Medicine Shop game capsule. The Medicine Shop located at the corner of 14th and Main at the Little White Castle. Rick Stone and his crew, all Hutchinson Community College grads, they can help you out with anything you need. Still time to get those nasty old flu shots, and if you just need anything else, they can help you out. And believe me, they are a great crew to work with. That's the Medicine Shop and the Little White Castle at the corner of 14th and Main. Halftime numbers with Dan Nacarado.
There was a much better second quarter for Hutchinson than the first quarter. Hutchinson put up 20 points in that second quarter. And leading all scorers for the game. Brooklyn Betham has 9 points in this first half. 2 points apiece for Lauren Mapasua and Jaleisha Cooper. 4 points by Sasha Francis. Michaela Vanette put in 2 3-pointers in the second quarter. She now has 7 points. Tori Alford also made 2 3-pointers in the second quarter, and she has 6 points. Hutchinson 12 of 29 from the field for 41%. Shot it much better in the second quarter than they did in the first quarter. 4 of 10 from three-point range. In the first quarter, they were 0 for 5. So that means they were 4 out of 5 from the three-point line in that second quarter. Hutchinson out-rebounding Colby 23 to 14. For the Colby Trojans, only 4 players have scored. Brittany Mapeng with 2, Brittany Brickhouse with 4, Estrella Avalos with 5, and Athea Vincent scored 4. 15 points for Colby is all they had to show for their efforts, Carp.
And that is the Medicine Shop game capsule. Again, for your pharmaceutical needs, go see Rich Stone of the game at the corner of 14th and Main. Coming up in 1 minute, Dan will talk to a very special guest of Blue Dragon basketball who's returned for Pink Out Night, Tiana Monongahela. That conversation coming up in 1 minute on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
Hi, Brian Bobo, General Manager at Midwest Superstores. With the inclement weather and everyday life, if you're ever in need of a body shop, we have a great one. Also, we work on all makes and models of cars, and with most insurance companies. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. We do all repairs from the small dents and scratches to roof replacements and more. So come out and see us or send a tow truck to 1100 East 30th, north side of the building. Call at 620-662-6631. Visit us online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Yeah. How do you know?
We're glad you're with us here at the Hutchinson Sports Arena. Always glad to have you listening in. I'm Coach Knack, and I'm joined by a very special guest today, Tiana Monongahela. I'm so glad you're back in Hutchinson, Tiana.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
When did you get in town?
I got here yesterday, around 2 o'clock, yeah.
Well, you know, we can find an apartment for you anytime you want to move back into the center of the garden spot of the universe. We'd be glad to have you.
That would be amazing.
Tiana is one of my favorite all-time Hutchinson Community College graduates. She was a student that was delightful to have in class, and I'm glad to see that you've gone on to so much success at Syracuse University. Talk to us a little bit about some of the obstacles that you've had to overcome in this last year.
Yeah, so in the summer of 2019, I got diagnosed with breast cancer. I played for Syracuse for 2 years prior to that, and I was going into my last season, my senior season. So, yeah, that was, a big obstacle that I faced. But as of right now, I'm good, and I've finished chemo, and I've had surgeries, and, yeah, everything's going well right now.
What's the future hold for you, Tiana?
Yeah, so I really want to obviously play for Syracuse next season, and that's up to the NCAA, so I have to appeal for a 6th year. But, I think it's looking good. So really just playing for them, and obviously the WNBA is still in my dreams, and something that I strive to look forward to and make next year.
Unfortunately, you were not able to play while you were here at Hutchinson Community College, but you practiced every day.
Yeah.
And every day I heard from Coach Ontis and Coach Anderson and Coach Kirk we have the best point guard in the entire country right here at Hutchinson.
Yeah.
But if you want to watch her, you have to come watch a practice.
Yeah.
It didn't take you long for you to make your mark at Syracuse because I look back at your stats, and I know you're a modest type individual, but I think you need to talk a little bit about what you've accomplished there, averaging 17 points a game in the 2 seasons that you've played, and 9 assists per game. I looked at what the number of assists the whole team averages per game, 12.8 assists for the whole team this season.
Wow.
You single-handedly averaged 9 assists a game.
So at Syracuse, I did accomplish a lot. I have a couple of records there for assists, and I was an All-American last season, and my first season I was in, I think, first team All-ACC, so yeah, I have a couple of accomplishments there that I'm proud of, and I wish I could have played here at Hutch.
What are some of the games that really stand out in your mind? I know you had a couple 44-point games, and you had a couple big assist games.
Yeah, so I scored 44 points my first year against Georgia Tech, and then my second year I scored 44 points against Florida State. And then my first year, my assist record for a game was 17.
17 assists in one game by one player?
Yeah.
That wasn't a statistical mistake. You actually lit up 17 assists.
Yeah, that was my record.
What do you enjoy more, dishing out assists or scoring baskets?
I would say I definitely like passing the ball a lot more than scoring, but Coach Q has definitely turned me into a scorer, and he relies on me to score, so I kind of had to bring that into my game.
It's kind of nice to have a point guard who can score it or distribute the basketball.
Yeah.
One of my favorite plays that people can go on the internet and find pretty easily among your highlights was the game winner you hit on the reverse layup.
Yes,
Talk a little bit about that game.
Yeah, that was in Mexico at a tournament, Thanksgiving tournament, and it went into overtime already, so there was 10 seconds left. I had the ball, and I just knew I had to score, and I just took it to the rim and made a reverse layup, but it was an amazing feeling. That's probably one of my favorite games.
Well, you're here tonight for Pink Out Night. It's good to see a lot of people in white T-shirts. Midwest Superstore does a wonderful job of sponsoring this. This is the 9th time they've done this. And for a suggested $10 donation, you get a T-shirt out of the deal, and it goes for a good cause.
Yeah, that's great. It's amazing.
You have another event coming tomorrow at Syracuse.
Yeah, we have the Pink game at Syracuse tomorrow. We play Pittsburgh. So.
What can people do to help out folks that have been diagnosed? What would be your advice if someone has a loved one or a friend? What would you suggest they do to help?
Try to stay positive. I think that's what helped me the most, is having my friends and teammates around me, and they were just always positive on my side, like down, dark days. I would call them and tell them that I'm upset, and they would just always be there for me, and it was just something that I'll cherish for the rest of my life, because there were so many times where, just negative thoughts come in my mind, and they always, kept me positive and told me that everything's going to be okay and just were there for me.
Well, you have a lot of people that think of you and pray for you and just consider themselves part of your extended family. You have a big family of your own in Australia.
Yeah, I have 5 brothers. They all actually came over to visit me throughout chemo. So.
That's outstanding.
Yeah,
and your parents have been involved in education?
Yeah, my parents, they're both teachers. My mom's a principal at a special education school, and my dad's a physical education teacher at an elementary school.
Well, I'm so glad you're back in Hutchinson, and I hope you'll always feel welcome to come back and visit us anytime. Feel free to come hang out in our leadership class or our business class again.
I don't miss that class. That was a great class. I loved it.
You did fantastic.
Loved it.
We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back for the third quarter. Thank you so much for joining us,
No worries.
Tiana.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Need to send someone money? Pay a babysitter? Split the bill? Use First Pay. It is the person-to-person payment option located right inside your online banking app. There is no need to download an additional application. It is simple, safe, and secure. We're first for you. Visit fnbhutch.bank to learn more, or click on your First National Bank app to get started. You can also stop into a location nearest you, and we're happy to help. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Mega Manufacturing, Sporting Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coppin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson. Hi, this is Rob, and I want to tell you about one of my favorite places in Kansas to get a melt-in-your-mouth cheeseburger. It's RV Drive-In, where they've been serving up fresh food, not fast food, since 1948. They're famous for their burgers, but you can also try their homemade pork tenderloin sandwich, patty melts, BLTs, and so much more. Tuesday, Thursday evenings, Friday, and Saturday, they make their homemade onion rings that are the best I've ever eaten. RV Drive-In, Kansas' oldest drive-in at 201 East Avenue A and online at rvdrivein.com. Go Blue Dragons!
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but all industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local business in Hutchinson. We're so thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Welcome back to the Sports Arena, everybody. Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado with you, and our thanks to Tiana Manakahia for stopping by at halftime. Great job on that interview, Dan.
Thank you. It was a real pleasure. You know, I was looking back at that 2016-17 team when Tiana was practicing with them every day. That team went 33-2, and Lakin Preisner played on that team. Brenna McClure, Brianna Bradshaw. Kenya Butna was on that team. Alicia Brown, Taylor Staley, Cassidy Ince, Shayla DeGarmo, Kyla Williams, Kyrie Rogers, Kayla Barber, and Bridie Kennedy. And a lot of them are back.
Yeah.
For a little reunion.
Bridie scared me. She walked out of the office. I wasn't even expecting her. She got into the train about 2 o'clock that early that morning. Scared me. Colby with the ball in the first possession. And on a hesitation move, Pillars will actually kick it backwards out of bounds. It'll go out as a Colby turnover, their 10th.
That was a strange-looking turnover. You know, that 2016-17 team shot 40% from the three-point line and had like 5 players shoot over 80% from the free throw line that year.
Yeah, that Staley kid wasn't too bad. And the high block, Laura Mapasua kicks it right side to Alford. She wants to lob it underneath, but the pass intercepted by Vincent. Turnover number 10. Just like the game started, the second half starts with consecutive turnovers. Now Colby with the ball on the right side. Knight lobs it underneath. Pass intercepted. Brooklyn Betham. Turnover number 11 for the Trojans. Alford kicks it ahead to Francis on the baseline. Thought about it. Now kicks it out. Betham has trouble with it. She goes right back into the corner. Sasha Francis tries a three. Shot misses, and the rebound to Ariana Ofoa. Ofoa, again, very deliberate in the attack. There's Brickhouse in the right corner, guarded by Francis. Brickhouse has driven it a couple of times and pulled up, hit a couple of jump shots. Be cognizant of that for the Dragons. Ofoa with 10 out front. Popping out is Brickhouse, tipped into the backcourt by Francis. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Brickhouse will speed it up with 4 with 3. Brickhouse in the lane. Head and shoulder fake. Shot on the way. Back iron, no good. Tori Alford the rebound. Alford slows it up. Goes into the corner. Van Nett now underneath the Betham. She's too far underneath to really do it. And dribbles and gets fouled on the way up. It'll be the third foul on Afia Vincent.
First foul of the third quarter. 8:26 to play in this quarter.
Dragons outscored Colby 20-2 in that second period to turn around a 3-point deficit. 2 free throws for Brooklyn. She's got her free throw percentage, makes the first up to 49. Her career percentage has reached 50.
It's a milestone. That's good. She's been working at it.
2 of 3 from the stripe for Brooklyn. Spots up the second one, knocks it down. Brooklyn, the first one in the game to double figures with 11, and the Dragons lead it by 17, 32-15. Only 2 points for Colby since late in the first quarter. Afoa, bounce pass to the left wing. Here's a drive by Knight, and then she turns it over.
Yeah, I think she just dribbled it beyond the baseline, and then the trap came, and she had nowhere to go.
Knight's going to come out, and Amari Grayson will replace her. Two kind of bizarre turnovers for the Trojans. Out of their 3 turnovers in this third quarter.
Yeah, that first one, I don't know if I've ever seen a ball be kicked backwards out of bounds.
Bad pass by Alford's knocked out of bounds by Grayson. It'll stay with the Dragons at 23 to shoot. Dragons on a 22-2 run going back to the start of the second quarter. Ball inbounded to Alford. 2 minutes into the second period. Left wing Vanette lobs underneath to Alford. She tries to back down a player. That kicks it out to Napasua. She drives, goes all the way in. Scoop shot no good, and the rebound to Vincent. Pretty good drive, just no finish. And once again, the Trojans not showing a whole lot of desperation here. Very slow-paced offense. On the left side, Grayson, guarded closely by Vanette. She'll reverse the dribble, now bring it back out top. Afoa out top with it, top of the key. She'll give her left side, kicking into the corner of Grayson. Grayson will drive against Vanette underneath, and she steps on the baseline. Turnover number 4 of the period for Colby, number 13 for the game.
When you're trying to chip away at a deficit, turning the ball over doesn't help you.
This Dragon defense held Colby to 18% shooting in the first meeting. It was a good start by Colby shot percentage-wise, but it's dropped considerably since the first quarter. Lobbed inside to Betham, turnaround shot, and a foul called. It'll be the 4th foul on Afia Vincent. So the 6'4" sophomore from Trinidad Tobago, the first in the game to 4 fouls for the Trojans. She's going to be replaced by Estrella Valos. Valos gave the Trojans a good early spark with 5 points in the first quarter, but she's been silent since. And it's 2 more free throws for the Dragon center, Brooklyn Betham.
It's almost inexplicable. Colby went 6 of 10 from the field in the first quarter, 1 of 15 from the field in the second quarter.
Brooklyn a little strong on that one. Now 3 of 5 from the line. So get one more here at 7:07 to play. Just 2 points scored in this second period combined. They get 3, all by the Blue Dragons. Betham goes 1 for 2. She has 12, and the Dragons lead by 18, 33-15, coming up on 7 minutes to play. Coming up after this one, join Glenn Grunwald and Dan Nacarado. Here's a pull-up jumper by Brickhouse. No good. Offensive rebound and a foul. I think they're going to get Betham with this one. And Brooklyn will commit the foul. Blue Dragons probably not considered the favorite tonight. Number 1, Colby in the Jayhawk West comes in, ranked 16th in the country. Dragons lost by 4 the first time.
Carp's talking about the men now.
Now we're back to the women. Grayson on the left wing extended, now out top to Brickhouse. Brickhouse waiting, dribbles to the right side, now takes it to the hoop, pulls up, her shot off glass, no good. Offensive rebound and a foul called, and that's 2 quick ones on Brooklyn.
When I said Colby went 1 of 15 inexplicably in the second quarter, I should stand corrected. The explanation is Hutchinson's defense is pretty good.
Grayson will inbounds baseline left side. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Trojans waiting. Now bounce passes into the corner right off the leg of Pillars and out of bounds. Turnover number 5 alone in this third quarter. 14 for the game for Colby.
Colby now on a 0 for 18 spell from the field.
Tori Alford with the ball and an 18-point Hutchinson lead. High block. Napasua, 1 dribble, hands off to Vanette. Van tries to step back, 3-pointer, and knocks it down. Van missed her first 3 from deep. She's knocked down her last 3. She has 10, and the Dragons lead by 21, 36-15.
Michaela's right back on track where she was before the concussion.
Afoa with the dribble, goes left side to Grayson. Grayson rips it through, dry shot blocked by Betham, and it's saved into the hands of Vanette by a lunging Tori Alford. Great hustle by Tori. Dragons with the ball. Vanette lobs it too high for Betham. Turnover Hutchinson. Number 11. 5:49 to play. One score of note, and it's going to make Blue Dragon fans kind of feel bleh. Dodge City got beat today by Garden City 80-78. Dodge City snapped Hutchinson's 10-game win streak. Entry pass is deflected and intercepted by the Dragons. There's a lead pass all the way for Sasha Francis. She misses the bunny.
That was one of the, I had already marked down the 2 points.
Dragons give up 2 easy ones on one end. Now a long 3-pointer by Afoa. Spins that offensive rebound. Shot blocked by Betham. And it stays with the Trojans in 19 to shoot. Felicia Cooper is going to come in for Brooklyn Betham. Betham missed the box out, but she got the block shot to prevent the basket momentarily.
Hutchinson winning this game with world-class defense.
Thrown out, top to Afoa on the inbound. She's quickly in the lane with the left hand. Shot blocked by Alford, but she's called for the foul. That will be Torrey's first. The 3rd foul of the period for the Blue Dragons, coming at the 5:13 mark. And it's 2 free throws for Ariana Afoa out of Wichita.
This will just be free throw number 3 and 4 for the entire game.
First free throw, good.
And I'm not talking about just for Afoa. I'm talking about for the entire Colby team.
36-16. Just the 3rd point for the Trojans since the start of the 2nd quarter. Afoa, an 84% free throw shooter.
That's pretty good.
Hits both of them here. She's in the books with 2. The Dragons lead 36-19. Coming up on 5 minutes to play 3rd period.
Watch for the pick and roll at the elbow.
Francis out between the circles. Bounce pass into the high block. Mapasua out to Alford. She'll dump it underneath to Cooper. Cooper fakes, goes up, misses everything off the backboard. And Avalos the rebound for the Trojans. And again, no sense of desperation by the Trojans. Afoa slowly up the floor. Brickhouse. Brickhouse hesitates, now drives the baseline, spins, and a foul call on the Blue Dragons, and it'll be whistled against Sasha Francis, her first and the team's 4th.
4:41 to play in the 3rd quarter.
You really don't want to put Colby at the line, one of the better free throw shooting teams at 73%. A full lob out top, Pillars will lose it, and then the Dragons keep it inbounds. Sasha Francis going in, misses the rebound, and Van Eck can't handle the rebound. Sasha Francis is standing out of bounds once she touches it. That's now 2 bunnies missed by the Blue Dragons.
The turnover was one of those rare basketball plays, but it does happen occasionally where the errant pass hit the official, even though the ball appeared to be heading out of bounds. The official, when it hit him, it stayed inbounds, and it was still live. Everybody stopped for a second or 2.
Pillars didn't recognize it. The Dragons jumped on top, but they can't finish on the offensive end. Brittany Mapang with it. Fakes the drive, now goes to the right hand. She's cut off on another drive attempt. Hands it off to Avalos. Avalos on the high block with the dribble, and then she picks it up and travels.
Wow, that is the 8th turnover of the quarter committed by the Colby Trojans.
They only had 9 in the first half.
They've doubled it up.
Dragons by 19. Another slow-paced quarter for both teams to start the 2nd half. Cooper, right wing now, Van Nett, back out top between the circles, Francis. She'll take it to the left side, hand off to Alford. Alford brings her around to the right side, and Cooper calls for an illegal screen. That will, no. They're going to call Estrella Avalos for her 2nd. Fighting through the screen, it will stay with the Dragons and a 20-second shot clock. I thought for sure they got Coop on an illegal screen.
You know, I thought Coop's screen looked pretty good. The defensive player was just trying to fight through it, and she was the one creating all the contact.
Mapasua with the dribble, hesitates, drives to the baseline, and Amari Grayson will be whistled for her first foul. It will be the 14th foul on Trojans, so both teams with 4 will be shooting free throws, so remaining 3:52 of this 3rd quarter. Dragons on top, 36-17. There's a lob into the paint, Mapasua, and she's raked across the arms by Amari Grayson. Amari Grayson picks up 2 fouls with a matter of 2 seconds. And 2 free throws for Mapasua.
It's just uncanny how frequently Hutchinson gets scoring opportunities with the quick baseline inbounds pass.
You would think the middle will be clogged up, but it is routinely wide open. I thought Colby kind of had it scouted. They deflected a couple of inbounds early. Mapasua misses the first.
Well, I know Coach Onches, Coach Anderson, and I am a firm believer in who's ever guarding the inbounds passer should go stand close to the rim and guard the goal. become a goalkeeper.
One more for Lauren. This one also too strong. Rebound still loose. People going down to the floor. And Lauren Mapasua is going to pick up her third foul. It'll be free throws at the other end for Colby. Lauren just really kind of hasn't gotten into the groove in this one. She picked up 2 fouls early. Sat most of the first half. She has 2 points in the game. On the other end, it'll be Amari Grayson, a 65% free throw shooter. 3.5 points per game, yet to score tonight. Grayson's first free throw, good. Again, Colby, 73% free throw shooting team. That ranks in the top 4 in the Jayhawk.
Amari Grayson listed at 5'6", but I think that might be an exaggeration.
Grayson knocks both of them down. The only points in the period for Colby have come from the free throw line. 36-19. Hutchinson's outscored Colby 6-4 in this third period. Now Colby's going to employ some full court pressure. They want to clear out for Tori Alford. And the pressure drops back with her. On the right wing, Michaela Van Eck. Out top between the circles, Francis. And a whistle away from the ball. It'll be a Colby foul. And it's going against Brittany Mapang, her 4th.
Wow, that's 2 Colby Trojans with 4 fouls apiece. Still 3:35 to play in the third quarter.
DeLacy Cooper with 2 free throws. And both teams at the 5-foul limit. Nairobi Pillars replaces Mapang into the Colby lineup. We'll be with you Wednesday night from Great Bend. Myself and Darren Dunn.
Always a tough place to go play. It's a tough environment because the fans are right on top of the court.
Cooper's first free throw, good. She has 3, 37-19. Dragons have played 2 games up there. In the Classic, they played early games. So they are somewhat familiar with the Great Bend.
That's a good thing. It's another benefit of playing a tough schedule out of conference.
Coop misses the second one, gets her own rebound, gets her shot blocked, battles for the rebound again, goes to the floor, and she's on the end line, and it should go over to Colby. It does.
That's amazing how Coop was able to snag that offensive rebound off the missed free throw that she shot.
You normally don't see a free throw shooter get their own rebound, but down on the baseline.
Yeah, and it wasn't a long rebound. She had to go all the way down to the block to get it.
Dragons lead by 18. Colby with the ball. Grayson on the left side with dribble. She picks it up, goes out top to Afoa. Now right side over to Brickhouse. Brickhouse fakes, drives, pulls up. Shot blocked by Cooper. Her 25th block of the year. Dragons push. Alford into the forecourt. Slows it up. Now out top to Coop. Underneath down to Betham. Betham spins to the left side. Goes up with the left hand and scores.
Another pretty post move by Brooklyn Betham.
Brooklyn with 14. Dragons lead 39-19. 2:50 to play third period. Grayson, left side to Afoa. Now out top to Brickhouse. Colby's inside game has been nil tonight. Now Avalos will spin. They have traveled and did.
That's turnover. Is that number?
I've got 9 in the period and 18 for the game.
Okay. I have 18 for the game also, but I got to thinking, wow, do they really have that many?
Indeed,
but they do.
Indeed they do. Colby's shot percentage, you said they hit 6 out of their first 10, correct?
Yes.
Has dropped to 21.9%, 7 out of 32. The Dragons 37.8%, 14 out of 37.
They have not made a field goal this entire quarter.
Lob underneath the Betham. She has problems. She double dribbled.
And Colby only made 1 field goal in the second quarter. If I remember right, that was, about halfway through the quarter?
Indeed. We'll need to check between quarters to see how long this field goal drought is, but it's almost getting close to possibly its second consecutive quarter.
I can tell you they're 0 for 21 since they've made their last field goal.
Whistle away from the ball, and it'll be a legal screen. And it's going to be called against Amari Grayson, her third.
So we have turnover number 19?
Yes, we do. 10 in the period. And we had 9 in the first half. Dragons into the wave. Cooper out to Van Nett. Van spots up for 3. Shot up the side of the rim, missing. The rebound goes to Ruiz, and then Brooklyn Betham reaches in. And actually, they're going to call a foul on Lauren Mapasua.
That's her 4th. That means Mapang for Colby and Vincent each have 4 fouls. Lauren Mapasula has 4 for Hutchinson.
Again, if you're just joining us, no Abby Ogle tonight. She was injured in the second minute at Dodge City.
She's been wearing a boot on that ankle, and we hope it heals quickly.
And she has been very aggressively treating that, I'm happy to say. She said she's feeling good. She thinks she'll be back Wednesday against Barton.
I'm pretty sure she would beat me in a game of one-on-one just on one leg.
Elise Ruiz, first free throw, no good. That's the first miss by the Trojans or second miss. First miss this half. Dragons by 20, 1:59 to go. Second one good. Ruiz in the books. 39-20 to score. 5 points in the period for Colby, all from the free throw line. So far, it is a 9-5 Blue Dragon third quarter, and now Cooper throws it away on the inbound. Terrible pass.
Colby averages 65 points a game, so Hutchinson holding them to 20 points with a little under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. It's a pretty impressive accomplishment.
Blue Dragons now with 14 turnovers. Here's a drive by Brickhouse on the left side, and Sasha Francis fouls her on the floor. But the Blue Dragons are past the 5-foul limit. It'll be the second foul against Sasha Francis.
At Colby on January 26, Hutchinson held Colby to 36 points, and I thought there's no way they'll hold them to that few points again tonight.
First free throw is good by Brickhouse. Brittany Brickhouse out of Wichita. She has 5. She had those 2 early pull-up jumpers, and we thought she might be on tonight, but the Dragons have done a nice job. Long rebound on the missed free throw to Sasha Francis. 39-21. Francis in the backcourt. Picks up a dribble. Cooper has it now. She wants to go all the way to the hoop. Go in, shot blocked, but a foul called. And it will be whistled against Nairobi Pillars. She commits her second.
Remember, Colby led Hutchinson 13-10 at the end of the first quarter, and since that time, it's pretty much been all Hutchinson.
Again, if you're in town, please come out and partake in Pink Out Night tonight. It's our 9th annual Pink Out Night. Great-looking T-shirts. Cooper's first free throw, no good. And the release was kind of scary when she let it go. Look, she snapped her wrist before she ever released the ball, and it barely got above the rim. Coop 1 for 3 from the line, a 56% free throw shooter. Makes the second on a much better-looking release. So Coop has 4, and the Dragons are back up by 19, 40-21 with 95 seconds to play in this third period. Now Cooper commits a foul on an entry pass on the other end, and it'll be 2 free throws for Nairobi Pillars. Cooper commits her first.
We certainly appreciate Midwest Superstore sponsoring tonight's game and doing everything humanly possible to support cancer research.
First free throw up and rattling in for Pillars. Her first points of the game. She averages 10.4. If you're with us at halftime, you heard Dan talk to Tiana Monongahela. Second free throw by Pillars is good. 40-23. Token pressure by the Dragons. Francis brings it ahead. Dribbles behind the back, and now the Dragons set up. Kyra Paniora back in the lineup, as well as Presley Barton. Presley dribbling in the backcourt. Waiting for a ball screen, drives right off of it. Now give and go with Betham. Her layup good. Brooklyn Betham on a feed from Presley Barton, and the Dragons lead at 42-23.
Basketball at its finest.
Grayson dribbling against Barton. She'll kick left side to Ofoa. Ofoa. Couple of dribbles, now into the high blocks and Avalos. Avalos squares up, wants to drive, and she's fouled by Betham. And that'll be Brooklyn's third, all coming here in the third period.
Yeah, there have been quite a few fouls in this third quarter.
Be 2 free throws for Estrella Avalos. Scored 5 points early on. Free throw good.
What I'm so impressed about Tiana is her attitude, and that she's maintained a positive attitude through the entire ordeal. I always tell students the one thing each of us controls is our own attitude.
Avalos makes both 42-25 Dragons. Dragons break the press, but don't attack. Now Francis into the corner. Couple dribbles out to Barton. The Dragons set up 18 to shoot, 44 to play in the period. Dragons into the high weave. Francis. Hand it off to Connie Orr. She'll drive in. Reverse layup. Misses over the top, and it's a foul on the rebound. And the Dragons having a little problem finish out this third quarter with fouls. That's another foul on Jalecia Cooper.
Third quarter has taken a while to play because of all of the fouls and the free throws.
Needless to say, the 7:30 tip for the Blue Dragon men probably will not be at 7:30.
That's okay. There's nowhere we would rather be. We like basketball.
Give more time for the Dragon fans to get here and support Pink Out Night. Pillars way off the mark on the first free throw.
Yeah, that's one. If it was practice, I would have asked her, did the wind catch that one?
Second one, High Archer hits the back iron, no good. High for the rebound, Sasha Francis. Francis now has 5 rebounds in the game. Here's a lob underneath the Betham. She'll power up and score. Betham on the feed from Sasha Francis.
Let's see if Hutchinson can defend another 16 seconds and prevent Colby from any field goals.
There's a drive by Brickhouse. Shot may have been deflected. Battle for the rebound. People on the floor. It's a tied possession to Hutchinson with 8.5 seconds to play. 18 points for Brooklyn Betham.
Not a single field goal in this third quarter scored by Colby. And it was several minutes into the second quarter that they scored their last field goal in this game.
Van Etten and Alford return. Papasua and Barton take a seat. 5 seconds now for Alford. Blows past Ofoa. Goes in. Shot block. Gets her on rebound. Her putback. No good at the buzzer. And that's how the third quarter ends. Hutchinson holds Colby without a field goal in the third period, outscoring the Trojans 14-10. All points by Colby coming in by the free throw line. We've completed 3 at the Sports Arena. The score: Hutchinson 44, Colby 25. Back in 1 minute on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
Getting the most back from your tax return starts with getting the most expertise. H&R Block has more enrolled agents than any other tax preparation company, and we guarantee the accuracy of every return prepared by our tax professionals. We find every credit and deduction to lower your tax bill. Put our expertise to work on your return, and don't just get your taxes done, get your taxes won in Hutchinson, Lyons, and Ellsworth.
Pools Plus has all of your swimming pool, hot tub, and outdoor furniture needs. Bright, beautiful, and functional designs by CR Plastics that are sure to hold up against the Kansas weather. Still looking for a hot tub? The 2020 shipments of American Whirlpool and Vita Spas have arrived. And as always, our pre-owned hot tubs are priced to move. Call the professionals at Pools Plus to schedule your pool opening before our calendar fills up. Shop local. Shop Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
44-25, Hutchinson after 3. The numbers through 3 quarters with Dan Nacarado.
Well, Colby is now 7 of 33 from the field, 0 for 8 from three-point range, and they are now shooting 21% in this game. Hutchinson, on the other hand, at 37%. They're not shooting it especially well, but well enough to grab a 44-25 lead.
The Trojans have not had a field goal officially for 17 minutes, 10 seconds. The last field goal Colby had was a Fia Vincent field goal in the paint with 7:10 to play in the second quarter. That gave Colby a 15-14 lead, and it's been Hutchinson all since. There's a lob into the paint. Shot up, hanging, no good. Offensive rebound, Pillars, and that breaks the field goalless streak. So tack on 20 seconds on that, 17 minutes and 30 seconds before Nairobi Pillars scores on a putback. Colby without field goals. 44-27, the Dragon lead. Francis with it. She'll take it into the lane, go up and under, shot off glass, no good. Clearing the rebound, Brittany Brickhouse for the Trojans. Dragons didn't have a great quarter in terms of themselves offensively.
No.
But defensively, they're stellar. Grayson out front, wants to drive against Van Etten, goes right past her and lays it up and in. Mari Grayson with 4, her first field goal. Dragon lead down to 15. Still plenty of space, but less than 9 minutes to go. The Dragons still need to score points in this one. Right wing, Michaela Van Etten. Out top between the circles, Francis. She'll take it to the left side, bounce pass into the high block, Cooper. Coming out to get it is Alford. Alford, one dribble. She wants to lob in, but nothing there. Cooper top of the key with 7, with 6. Cooper goes to the right hand, drives, powers up, and draws the foul. Will be Estrella Valos with her third. And 2 free throws for Jalecia Cooper. Seward County with a 10-point lead at Barton. Starting the fourth quarter. Also a low-scoring game, 40-30 in that one. Coop with 4 of the game, hits the first. She has 5, and the Dragons lead 45-29 with 8:36 to go. 1 week from tonight, it'll be Hall of Fame night. And former Blue Dragon, All-American Heather Robin will be part of the 2020 induction class. Offensive rebound by Betham on the missed free throw. And the Dragons get another crack at it, leading by 16. Left wing Francis.
Heather Robin played great basketball at Mays High School.
Step back three-pointer. Vanette, no good. Betham goes to the floor to try to get it. It'll be a tied possession and stay with the Dragons. Vanette's 3 did not hit the rim, so just 3 seconds remain. And John Onches is going to want a timeout, and he wants to set up a play. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 8:17 to play, fourth quarter. Dragons 45. Trojans 29, back in 30 seconds on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Sporting Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coppin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
Dragons will have 3 seconds to shoot. Inbounding's baseline right side by Tori Alford. Brooklyn Betham kept that possession alive, hitting the floor and causing a tied possession. After the air ball by Michaela Vanette. In 3 seconds, quick inbounds to Francis, shot no good. And the ball bouncing around, nearly stripped by Alford, but Colby comes away with it. It was the exact same play.
They got a pretty good look off that quick inbounds pass.
Ariano Foyle dribbles to the right side, will pull up from 15. Shot hits the corner, no good, and she'll get her own rebound back. Dragons haven't been nearly as strong with the rebounding. They're going to reset the shot clock to 18.
Okay.
Not 100% sure why. The shot hit the rim. Afoe inbounds baseline left side, or excuse me, that's Grayson. Into the corner to Afoe, which will bring it out top. Guarded closely by Vanette. Now a lob to Pillars. She kicks it outside to Brickhouse. 9 seconds shoot for the Trojans. Brickhouse now with one dribble, steps in, nearly got it stripped. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Hand off to Grayson. Quick, or guarded three-pointer, no good. The rebound to Michaela Vanette. Van takes it up the left side, slows it up, gives it off to Cooper. The Dragons set up in the half court. Right wing now, Sasha Francis. So dribble with the left hand out top to Vanette. Van will hand it off to Alford. 14 to shoot for Hutch. Francis goes and gets it on the left wing. One dribble after Alford. She'll try for a 3. Spins off, no good. And a rebound to Nairobi Pillars. Bodies hit the floor, but here come the Trojans. Grayson maybe wasn't aware of Betham coming from behind. Now deep in the backcourt, Afoe has it. Step back three-pointer's good.
That's the first three-point field goal made by Colby tonight.
They only had 4 the first time, but the lead all of a sudden down to 13. This one's not over with yet with 6:40 to go. Francis avoids the steal. Throws it back out top to Cooper, now into the high blocks Betham. Brooklyn wants to go. She gets stripped, ball loose. Betham hits the floor, but it's taken away by the Trojans. 15 turnovers for Hutch. Afoe all the way in. Shot no good. Cooper the rebound. She kicks ahead to Vanette. Dragons go 2-on-1, now 2-on-2. Kick right side. Betham baseline. Jumper good. Brooklyn with 20, scoring on a feed from Michaela Vanette. The lead back to 15, 47-32. Hutch with 6:09 to play here in this fourth quarter. Grayson now right side to Brickhouse. Ball loose into the hands of Afoe. She'll try a guarded 3 off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Vincent. She'll spin in and have her shot blocked, but Brooklyn Betham whistled for her 4th of the game. You are listening to Hutchinson Community College women's basketball on KHUT Hutchinson, KWBW Hutchinson, Country 102.9 and PW Radio, where Hutchinson comes to talk. Also watching us on the Blue Dragon Sports Network, Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado with you.
7 o'clock, all is well.
So far, Dragons with a 15-point lead. Afia Vincent with 2 free throws, and the first one's good. One more. This one off the mark. It's rebound to the Blue Dragons. Alford on top of the key, Cooper. Cooper wants to drive. Will take it all the way in and draw the foul on Vincent. And Afia Vincent, if it's on her, has just fouled out of this contest with 5:43 to play. By my count, 5.
Indeed she has.
And she will come out. Estrella Valos will replace her in the Colby lineup. Colby scored just 36 points the first meeting. They're at 33 here. Dragons with the ball offered in the left wing. Lost a lot of nothing there. Whistle away from the ball. And it's against the Blue Dragons. 3 seconds.
What do you have, 15 or 16?
I now have 16.
Thank you. I thought I forgot to mark one.
5:35 to play. Dragons, still some work to be done. A 14-point lead. Ofola in the backcourt. Bounce pass right side to Brickhouse. Brickhouse waiting. Now ball works around the left side of Ofola. She'll drive. Ball kicked out top. There's a drive by Grayson. We'll pull it back out with 8 to shoot. Ofola takes the 3, drives it in the lane, goes all the way. Shot blocked by Cooper. But Jalisi will be whistled for the foul.
Number 3 committed by Jaleisha Cooper.
This is a game, Dan, that just really has never gotten any kind of true flow to it.
No.
And they have those every once in a while.
That's right. Both teams playing tough defense and committing a few fouls in the process.
And if the Dragons continue to foul the way Colby shoots free throws, again, a 73% free throw shooting team, it's going to get closer.
It is a game where a 13-point lead seems bigger than that just because of the low-scoring nature.
And still 5:09 to go. Foa hits both. That clock just not ticking off. Huge chunks of seconds. Full court pressure by the Trojans. Van Eck takes it up the sideline, guarded by Grayson. So bring it across the timeline with plenty of time. Still with the dribble, Van Eck. Hands off to Francis. Dragons go into the weave. Francis now gets it to Alford. Hands it off to Van Eck with 15 to shoot. Under 5 minutes to play. Van Eck into the lane with the left hand, and she's fouled by Grayson. Amari Grayson commits her 4th. 3rd foul of the period on Colby.
Payne has 4, Grayson has 4, and Vincent is already fouled out for Colby.
Vincent leaves with 5 points. Really, the Colby Post have not been a part of this one. Inbounded to Van Eck. Quick shot at the 3. Spins off no good, and the rebound to Avalos. Well, 17 points in this second half for Hutchinson.
Hutchinson, Betham, and Mapasua each have 4 fouls.
There's a lob underneath to Pillars. And a foul called on the Dragons, and it would be Tori Alford, her second. 3rd foul of the 4th period, and they're going to call on the shots of 2 free throws for Nairobi Pillars, a 68% free throw shooter. Held scoreless in the first half, has 4 here in the second, and she misses the first.
Pillars averages about 11 points a game, so Hutchinson is defending her very well.
She was the leading scorer Wednesday night loss against Seward County with 12 points. Second free throw also no good, but there's going to be a violation, and we're going to do it again. The Dragons went into the lane. Tori, who did they call in?
I think Nanette.
Okay.
Going to box out the shooter. Pillars does average about 7 rebounds a game, so she is a player that you better box out.
Dragons 34% from the field. Well, the violation cost the Dragons. The free throw's good. 47-36. It's only an 11-point lead with 4.5 to go.
You know, there's something that's psychologically, there's that double-digit lead. If Colby can get a stop and a score, suddenly they get it into single digits, and Hutchinson's got to get a little bit nervous.
Dragons' largest lead has been 21. It's been whittled down to 11. Van Ness down to the high block. Cooper, she squares up. It goes in with the left hand, spins with the right, powers up. Shot no good. Tip try no good, and the rebound to Grayson. Grayson working against Van Ness.
Don't go away, folks. We still have a game here.
A full drive to the baseline, spin in, throw up a hook shot. Backboard no good. Cooper the rebound. She pushes it ahead to Francis. Francis can't handle the pass. Rushing it a little bit too much. Another unforced error by the Blue Dragons.
Well, it was a tremendous second quarter by the Blue Dragons in which they outscored the Colby Trojans 20-2. But outside of that second quarter, Colby has held their own.
Brooklyn Bethlehem returns to the Hutchinson lineup for Cooper. Also Mapasua back in. Here's a drive by Avalos. May have walked, no call. Her shot too strong. Cooper then throws it up Avalos out of bounds. But they say Cooper's foot was on the baseline, and the ball stays with Colby. And 3:42 to play. 47-36 Hutchinson. Grayson inbounds, baseline, right side, out to Avalos. Now in the corner, a three-point try on the way, no good. Francis jumped too soon, and the offensive rebound to Brickhouse. Lobbed underneath. Here's Mapang. Head and shoulder fake, throws it out top, and then she's called for 3 seconds.
20th turnover committed by Colby. Colby just has not shot the ball, especially from three-point range. I believe they're 1 for 11 right now.
Indeed they are. Dragons 5 out of 16 from distance. Hutchinson with a 37-35 rebounding advantage. 47-36, 3:20 to go. Mapasua on the high post. One dribble, hands off to Van Ness. Wide open look at a three. Her shot misses, and Brickhouse the rebound.
Big crowd on hand, but they're kind of quiet at this point as Hutchinson having trouble getting on a scoring run late.
Grayson with the dribble out front. Under 3 to go. Grayson goes against Van Ness, throws up a runner, no good. Mapasua with the rebound. Lauren looks to push. Lauren going against Avalos, hesitates. Runner on the lane, no good. Offensive rebound, Bethlehem. And then a foul called, and I think Avalos reached in. She did. That's her fourth. And it's 4 fouls on the Trojans in the period. So the Dragons will inbound with 23 seconds on the shot clock. Alford to trigger it in. Gets it into Van Ness in the right corner. Out top to Francis. Ball worked around the horn as the left wing to Alford. Backdoor cut. Lauren Mapasua. She scores on a feed from Tori Alford.
Good look for Hutchinson, and they needed it. They had missed their previous 11 shot attempts.
4 from Mapasua. 49-36 Dragons. Bad pass goes right under the hands of Mapang. Turnover Colby. Turnover number 21. Colby's shot percentage has dropped to 22.2%. They were 6 out of 10. They are now 4 for their last 35 for the game. Hutchinson at 34%, 18 out of 53.
There's a reason both these teams are among the leaders in the nation in defense, but also there have been a few shots missed tonight that players would normally make.
Tori Alford brings it across the timeline with 2:20 to go. Van Ness on the right wing. Out top now to Francis. Into the high block Mapasua. Alford comes out and gets it. Now a dump underneath the Bethlehem, and she goes up and scores with the right hand on a feed from Tori Alford. A big night for Brooklyn. 22 points, and the Dragons lead 51-36. 2:05 to play. Right wing, Mapang drives to the baseline. Turned away by Mapasua. She goes again, throws up a wild shot, hits the side of the backboard, and the rebound to Mapasua. Bad outlet pass. Brickhouse gets it. She throws underneath the Mapang shot, no good. Mapang gets her own rebound and scores off glass on the putback. 51-38, pressure being put on. And they say, last touch by Tori Alford. And Mari Grayson jumped in there, tipped it, and it went off the hands of Tori. Another Blue Dragon turnover. 1:41 to play, 51-38 the score. So the Dragons struggling on finishing this one out. Back-to-back subpar offensive games for Hutch. Turnaround shot, Avalos, no good. Francis goes up too early again. Another offensive rebound for the Trojans. 15-footer by Brickhouse, no good. This time Betham goes and gets tied up by Ruiz. Arrow points Colby's way.
Hutchinson with a 13-point lead, a minute 29 to play in the fourth quarter.
If Colby were a better three-point shooting team, I'd be really worried right now, but they're last in the league. Their intercepted pass by Alfred out of bounds on the inbound. Now the Trojans, instead of inbounding on the baseline, will inbound about 40 feet away on the sideline right in front of the scorer's table. Inbounded to Grayson, 1:25 to go. Grayson with the dribble. Goes to the left side. Dragons stay with it defensively with Alfred out top. Long three-pointer off the side of the rim, no good. Brooklyn Betham the rebound. That's Betham's 10th board. She's got another double-double, her 6th of the year. Back-to-back games. Betham, top of the key, waiting. Lob pass underneath Mapasua. She can't finish, gets her own rebound. Kicks it back out to Betham. Her 14-footer is good. Brooklyn Betham with 24. 53-38 the score. And the Blue Dragons take a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 55 seconds to play in this one. Hutchinson 53, Colby 38, back in 30 seconds on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
This is Carter Fowle, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Points for sophomore Brooklyn Betham. She also has 10 rebounds, back-to-back double-doubles for the sophomore from Queensland, Australia. And she's 2 points shy of her career high of 26. Said a couple of weeks ago against Garden City, Dan Nacarado.
She's played an outstanding game, and she has scored in a variety of ways. She demonstrated excellent post moves on drop steps, on step throughs. She's also stepped out to 15, 16 feet and nailed some nice jump shots.
The Blue Dragons have been outscored in this fourth quarter 13-9. 53-38 to go. Kyra Paniora returns to the Blue Dragon lineup to join Vanette, Mapasua, Betham, and Francis. There's a drive by Knight and a foul called on Paniora.
That's just her second.
Fourth foul by the Blue Dragons. Knight will inbounds on the baseline, right side into the corner. Grayson tries to drive, cut off by Van Nett, picks up a dribble, hands off to Ruiz. Ruiz will get it out of trouble, get it off to Knight for three. Shot misses the mark. 11th rebound for Brooklyn Betham. We go under 30 seconds, about 5 seconds difference between shot and game clock. There's a lob from Betham underneath the Mapasua. A quick left-handed shot, no good, but a foul called on the Trojans, Elise Ruiz. Alize Ruiz, my apologies. Lauren Mapasua with 2. Lauren tonight, 4 points, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists. Again, she got in foul trouble early, really never got into the flow in this one. Dragons about to win game number 25 and keep their share of first place in the West. It's 17-2 with 2 games remaining. Mapasua misses the first. She's 0 of 3 from the line tonight.
Only 2 regular season games after tonight at Barton on Wednesday, and Seward will come to the Sports Arena 1 week from tonight.
Second one missing. Rebound to the Trojans, Avalos. Shot clock dark with 18 and counting. Grayson with the dribble. To go underneath to Avalos. Pull up shot blocked by Brooklyn Betham. She gets the rebound, her 12th of the game. Kyra Paniora crosses the timeline with 7. The Blue Dragons are going to 25-3, 17-2 in the West. It wasn't pretty, Dan, but they recovered and responded to the loss at Dodge City, and the Blue Dragons win at 53-38.
Always happy to get a win any way you can get it in the Jayhawk Conference.
Especially this time of the year. Seward County was beating Barton by 10 entering the fourth, but the Blue Dragons have their share at first place at the end of the night, already locked in. Final score, the number 6 ranked Blue Dragons 53, Colby 38. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and wrap this one up. This is Blue Dragon basketball on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Back in 2 minutes.
No time to fix breakfast? Just call us in.